Hey guys, well I got some of those sockets cleaned up out of those buckets I was telling you about. And I pretty much just cleaned up the Cornwell, the Mac Snap-on, and a few of the Craftsman Impact, the old V series, just to kind of show you guys some of the stuff. But it's taken forever. I've run them through the ultrasonic cleaner, but they're in pretty bad shape. They probably hadn't been cleaned in a while. To show you a couple things I did here. This is super adjustable by Williams. I redone this. It was a little bit rusty, threw it in the tank, and then did a little bit of fine polishing up there. Turned it into a really nice adjustable wrench. Now it's, like I said, it's a 10-inch one, so really good condition. Happy with how that turned out. And I picked this up. It's a little Matco 1/4 inch ratchet. I didn't have one of these, so just to kind of go with the set. I got some of that penetrating stuff in there right now. It's kind of I don't think it's been apart, so I might end up just pulling it apart and cleaning the inside of it up. Just gunk still coming out. But to kind of start things off here, guys, this is a few of the adapters that were in the buckets. 1/2 inch to 3/8 drive, or I'm sorry, 3/4 inch drive. Just monsters. A couple of them. This one here is pretty hammered out. See, they're pretty well used. These are Proto impacts, and this one here had some pretty good markings in it, so I just wanted to see if I could get them out. So I just kind of messed with it. I figure it's better to mess with Proto than probably a Snap-on or something, but I used to have this finish on it, but the marks were really deep. And 3/4 inch drive, Proto, 1 1/8. This is just a normal 1 1/16. But a few Protos there, and then over here I got the Snap-ons. This one here is 1 3/8. 1/2 inch drive. Socket was pretty marked up. Down in the bottom here, he'd beat on it, and you can actually see right here where it was smashed. I tried to take some of that off and repair the sides a little bit of it. Various Snap-ons, kind of just a little mixture, all different ages here. I mean, they're all 1/2 inch drive, but no sets. Now, there was a set of these in there. Like I said, I got all 3 buckets of these, and I paid 25 bucks for the buckets. And this one here is 1 5/16, 1/2 inch drive impact. It's a Snap-on, and it goes all the way down. Here's 1 1/4 inch, and we'll go all the way down to 3/4 inch on 1/2 inch drive. Then these ones here, still 1/2 inch drive. We start out at 5/8, and I got them a full set all the way down to I think it's 3/8, 3/8, 1/2 inch drive. So the sets were kind of there. Huge monster 3/4 inch drive, drag link. Couple of 3/8 sockets, just some mix match stuff there. These sockets here were all in order. This is the kind of markings I'm saying. He had them in there tight. Here's 3/4 and 11/16. I think this one's 13/16, all impacts. There's a 22 millimeter. There's actually 2 metrics, 22 and a 19 there. Back here there's wobblies, 1/2 inch drive, 15/16, 3/4, and this one here was 3/4, so 2 of those, just like a brand new one. Not a bunch there. An adapter, Snap-on, 3/4 to 1/2 inch drive. Yeah, okay. Then these here guys are made to you put on a breaker bar. Let's just use this ratchet I have here, and put on the breaker bar, and it makes it into a ratchet. They're really neat. I think it was a good idea. Then you can just flip the switch. So that was on there. One of those in there. Impact wobbly, Snap-on. And I think there's yeah, quite a few wobblies here, the 1/2 inch drivers. Here's a impact and just a regular snap-on. And then back here I had I think one wobbly was a snap-on 3/8 drive. And I don't know what brand this is, but I thought it was really neat because of the knurling on it. And these here are V-code impact drive, CRAFTSMAN. I don't have very many of those at all. Same with this, a V-code impact. These are kind of specialty snap-on tool here. And then just a deep drive. Then over here I got a kind of a mixture of CRAFTSMAN, SK, and I think there's a Herbrand in there, and a Plum. Wobblies, they're just, like I said, all mixed together. A few more Protos, nothing real fancy there. And this guy here was in pretty rough shape, and so I kind of did the same thing as I did to the Proto. It's an SK, but it was the biggest one I have for SK. It's an 1 7/16. Marked up pretty dang good. You can see still some of them are right in there, but I didn't want to take too much more off. But anyway, really nice socket. You can see the difference between the 1/2 inch and the 3/4. That's just a monster. And this guy was in here. It looks like some kind of a punch for maybe on a press or a driver, bushing driver of some kind. Not really sure what it is. These here were in there. It's like a semi-deep snap-on wobbly impact. These are Cornwells, I'm sorry. Another one, nothing really, no full sets there. And these here was a mixture of Max. They're all in order, from 3/4 down to, I think, yeah, 9/16. So all those were there for that. And another Cornwell there. One Mac, another drag link here. I don't know if you guys can see that there, sorry. Blue point wrench, and in these buckets, guys, I got trays of wrenches that are Plum, SK, Snap, not really Snap-on, more of the other brands, but I will bring those out next when I get these all put away and done. This was thrown in with it. He said just to take it if I wanted it. And it's let's see if you can see it there. It's a snap-on compression gauge. This one here is the original snap-on. These other two that are in here is a vacuum gauge, and this is a plug-in style, so you can just hold it in for compression gauge. But this is not snap-on. I can't find a brand name on it. But the guy didn't want the stuff. So he just kind of said take it, and I would have took it just for the box, really. And this here's a tubing set that was in there. I don't really use these a whole lot anymore, but it's a really nice blue point. I think all the these are all here for the flaring bars anyway. Kind of odd when all those are still in place with the kit, but it only goes up to 3/4. But nice little set. And I'm gonna swing you over to what I have left for the sockets that I probably will just put up until I can fill them in with sets. Then I'll clean them up. I felt these ones were probably the most worthwhile to get cleaned up and get put in my impact in my 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch drive boxes. But hold on one sec here and I'll take you over to these ones I got left. Okay guys, this is what I have left. These were all the CRAFTSMAN. Most of these are the V codes. This looks like an old Hinsdale. I'm not positive on that. All these are the SKs. They're the older style. You can see by the plating in the bottom. These over here were Williams. If you can see the name on there, you go. They're still nice sockets. They'll clean up well. This one here was OTC. An Apex. I'd never really heard of Apex a whole lot. And Industro. Just nothing There's a Thorson. Some of these I'll take and put up. There's a Thorson. But I just want to show you the other sockets that were in there. That I'll probably just put away for right now and not worry about them. Okay, guys. That's the end of the socket ones, and the wrenches will probably be next in one of my videos. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.